All right, we are on. I think, Boss Edward, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh
How are you?
man, experiencing some major technical difficulties out of all times, and I'm usually good at this stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, I see we got some guests over here. Mr. Wadi, how are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome.
Man, let me just update the chat here. I am going all over the place here.
No
How you been,
worries.
Boss Edward?
Again, sorry.
How have you been?
Not bad. We just came back from Brunei, our team, to meet with the Pando community there,
Uh-huh.
and
Right
it
on.
was it was really exciting, especially with the launch of Pando Joe coming up.
Very good. How long were you guys out there for?
We were there about 4 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and you'll be surprised. There's a lot of crypto player there in Brunei itself.
I would imagine.
Mm.
Oh. Wadi, how are you, sir?
I am good. John, how are you?
Doing good. Doing good. All right. Welcome everyone. This is our seventh edition of our community AMA, and we are actually broadcasting live in multiple channels. We are on Facebook, also on YouTube, and over here on what is this? Telegram. And so wherever you guys are at, you know, hit that like button, especially if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, hit that like, subscribe, so that way we can further our reach. And if you are here with us on Telegram, I am posting a link. Since this is a community forum, anybody and everybody is welcome to join us. You can stop by and say hi. And if you have any questions, definitely feel welcome to just click on that link on StreamYard, and we are more than happy to entertain whatever it is that you have in mind. And so we've got some great things that we would like to announce. There had been a lot of things under development, and
Mm-hmm.
especially within this week, and moving forward. And we just wanted to bring the community up to date, and so that way you guys are well informed, and you also to prepare you guys, and what you can do once we make the move. And so yeah, so there you go. Welcome everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And Boss Edward,
Yes, hi, sir.
man, it's been nearly a month since we've seen each other, huh? We've
Yeah, I
been
think
both
so.
busy.
Yeah, I was in Thailand earlier, and then I came back, then Brunei.
That's yeah. And then where are you going off to next?
Well, the I'm supposed to go to India next, but
Wow.
luckily, boss Prashan and Manju, they
They
are
wanted
better
to
suited
give.
there.
They wanted to relieve you, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Too much time on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
non-stop flying. Now the traveling started again. Mm.
And how about you, Mr. Wadi?
I'm pretty good. Just, working on a few things, try to get the channel going and stuff, and taking it one day at a time. And by the way, thank you for having me here. I really appreciate that.
Oh, it's
Mr.
always it's
Wadi have
always a
a really
pleasure.
really cool chair there, a gaming chair.
That's right. Yeah, for those of you guys that know, Wadi Rodriguez is a friend of our project, and he is actually he had just started his YouTube channel in the U.S., and he is a very big he's a big fan of our project, and so he's been helping us a lot as far as getting the word out. And so thanks for coming on board, Mr. Wadi, and being part of what we have to share today. And so
Thank
why
you so
don't we
much,
go
buddy.
ahead and get straight right into it?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't
get
wait
some of
for the.
these uh, get some of these announcements out of the way. And so everybody knows that we're all about making a movement on changing the way how people stream, and so we have been laying out our foundation as far as getting the Ramatron units out there so we can get our nodes, being able to relay our data properly. And so while we're still continuing to grow our population when it comes to the node counts, we have been working diligently in the background, getting our first applications out. And we have been making a huge emphasis on getting the Panajo app out there. And so that is actually going to be coming out this week, finally. We will have our beta, our public beta version coming out on Friday. And so the way this is going to work is it's going to be released in phases, and so I mean it's going definitely going to be a work in progress, and just like any applications that gets released, right? And so modifications will be coming along the way, and so with that, as soon as the release launches on Friday, you will have the ability to upload the videos, and there won't be any subscriptions just yet. But you will be able to, set up your account, go live, and upload your videos. Um, Boss Edward, do you have anything to add to that so far?
Yeah, I believe you can do live streaming as well on
Mhm.
the once we start. Um, but of course, as you mentioned, we have three different phases, and actually more than three, but the basic one is three that we have already prepared. And at the same time, I'd like to invite from our community those who is IT savvy, or they are streamers, or they are content creators, or they are interested in our project. They are welcome to join our Pando Joe learning and development team. The special part about this, let me just elaborate a little bit. You see, most of the apps, of course, out in the world, they are developed by the developers, or designers and stuff, and then they launch in the sense that what they think is the best. Okay, but the difference is that we are a community project.
Mhm.
So what we want to do is that, yes, we have our developers, we have our team, we have our designers. We are, of course, we are doing what we think is best, but going forward, we want our community to involve fully, in the sense of giving us feedback. I want this color, this should be better. Why don't you have this function? Give us feedback, which is the reason why we have this Pandojo, the development team, where
Right.
everybody can come in, do testing, give feedback. Well, from as a community, a sense of community. So the whole app going forward will be improved by the community, not just us.
Well, that's kind of
So
the whole reason of making our remodel three times, right? I mean,
that's
we,
true.
we, we, we could have launched this thing a long time ago, but we definitely want to be able to deliver quality at the end of the day. And
In fact, if you guys, those that have the chance to download it earlier in April, um, not this April, last April actually, the orange version,
right,
that was the first version. That
right,
actually the fundamental is all there,
yeah,
but then we have some testing that we
mhm,
ourselves think that it's not good enough. We need it better. Then so improvement have to is a long way.
right.
But going forward, we think that you know just a few brains from Pando Lab itself is not enough. We want thousands, hundreds of thousands of brains that work together and make this a better app. Not only this, all our apps as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to play around with the old version, and to be quite honest, I was actually quite amazed because I mean, I it let's just say that it had exceeded my expectation on what I would imagine it would be like, and for me to feel that way for the old version, and waiting for this new release of the newer version, it makes me really excited, because the way the feel of it, it felt great. The UI, the interface, I know we changed the whole entire UI aspect of it,
Yep.
as far as color schemes and everything else. And so,
Hmm.
if I was pretty pleased with the old version, I can only imagine it'll be a lot better with this new version.
It
And
will
so,
be,
I just wanted
certainly.
to add that on because I
Yeah,
thought it
thank
was
you so
pretty
much,
cool.
Boss John.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and if I may say myself, I downloaded the Red Orange version too,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was working on it, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Literally, I don't know where you guys have been, but it's such an easy interface that I love it. I was like, this is what we all need as a upcoming YouTuber. Makes it really easy, well, just not a YouTuber, but as a content creator in
Hmm.
general. It makes it extremely easy. I love the interface. I uploaded my first video yesterday, and I was like, man, I can wait for the full version to come out.
And I promise you guys, the new version will be a lot more better. Of course, we have the three phases to proceed, and in fact, after that, we will continuously improve, and we would really appreciate users and content creators like Mr. Wadi here. You could give us some feedback, some opinion, and let's make it better because I believe going forward, everything um, is the technology is moving so fast. Things are changing so fast, and we need to keep up with it. And it's very
Absolutely.
important, yeah. And it's very important that we get it from the users itself that tell us,
Mhm.
I want this, I like it to be that way. That kind of feedback is very
Right.
important. Yeah.
Yeah, so as far as the phase one goes, right? Just to let everybody know, just to kind of set the expectations, right? I mean, yeah, just like what Boss Edward said, you can go live, you can upload your videos. The only thing that will not be available is there won't be any subscriptions in the first phase. But instead, you'll be able to have the ability to like, to follow, share, and comment. So that's all going to be available within the phase one. And for those of you guys that are looking on the screen, this is kind of what the new version would look like, instead of the orange version. For those of you guys that have seen the previous model of it, um, and so within phase two is when the release of um, the monetary versions, where you can have the subscriptions and getting paid and all that stuff. Um, let me see here. Was that the live chat too, on phase one, Boss Edward?
mm, Wait, let me just double check of it because there's so much information in all our slides.
Yeah, yeah. You can't have a live. You'll also have a live chat. You guys, let me just throw this out there, right? And for me to make this state, I would be lying to you for if I even made the statement if it wasn't to be true. But I could actually say that this would be a good contender for Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and 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 all any other major social media out there. And so part of the interface too is you get, if you see right here in the middle screen, right, you get to have like all of your other platforms within this app,
Yep.
and that's also displayed within your profile. And you can even change the way, however you want to position, as far as your bio, your photos, and stuff like that, changing the look and the background. But it is a cool feature that you can integrate your other social media platforms in there. And so it's gonna be awesome, you guys, I'm telling you. So you can interact with each other on phase one with the live chat version. um, like I said, there's no subscription, and you can pretty much start building your channel. So when this beta version comes out on Friday, you can you can pretty much start building out your profile, and just like anything else, right? When a new app is released, it becomes a digital land grab, and so whoever gets in there first and starts establishing their their profile, their channel. And when we go full blown with the grand launch, you would already have a substantial following.
Mm-hmm.
And just like how TikTok blew up, right? You got millions of for those that got started early with their account, they've got millions of people following them already. And so by the way, we will also have a TikTok engine integrated within this platform too. So that will be, I believe, in phase two or phase three. And so stay tuned for that. Um, so the other thing,
Um,
also, oh, go ahead, Boss Everett. You can add something?
Just boss body. Yeah. Go ahead.
I know. I was gonna say, can I ask the question as we go along, or
Yeah,
should I
sure,
just
sure.
wait and?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So basically, what made you guys like think about this? Because to me, it's a real revolutionary app. It changes the game in many ways, especially the fact that you're able to link your social medias to that one app.
Mm-hmm.
That's, I mean, amazing. And the next question would be, as far as, because I heard John mention subscription, meaning there's going to be a paying fee, or this is going to be like a free.
Like with YouTube, you can subscribe, right? And you can subscribe to the channel. And phase one, they can follow you, just like how you follow people on Facebook, right? But as far as like having actual subs, because the whole reason for that being in phase two is because it's tied into monetary stuff. Because there's no nobody will be, there's no integration of payments and like having a PTX rolled in as far as buying and giving donations, just like how you get donations when you go live on YouTube. um, Anything that's monetary tied will be rolling out in phase two. So therefore the subscription part of it won't be available because it's linked into that. But however, in phase one, right, people can start following you, and they can like your videos and stuff like that.
Mm.
So because
And
the whole thing is it's basically merging all the major content, right, just like with Twitch, YouTube, and just having all more bells and whistles included in this app. And so it's kind of like a super fusion, if you will. I mean, with a
mm-hmm.
little bit of our own main component to it, as far as being able
Mm-hmm.
to have the built-in OBS in there, so you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
make another investment with a third-party company, and having the multi-angle, and having and we'll most likely even have a wallet integrated with this app too, um, for future upgrades. So with
And
phase two, oh, go ahead, boss.
oh, sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
let me just elaborate this a little bit. So, with what Mr. Wadi just asked us now, so why would we do that? In the sense that I can let me just share one of our philosophy, because this is a community project. This is for the first time we want to do something for everybody, for users, for streamers, for content creators, for viewers, and all that. And we do not want to create like a competition to everybody. We want to work with as many people as possible. So people in Facebook, people in TikTok, in YouTube, we want to be friends. We want to work together. So that's why we want to integrate all the social media together rather than I want to fight you. The kind of mindset. Okay, that's one. The another thing is that one of our very important member of our team, Boss Prashan, John knows him well, I think.
Hmm.
So Boss Prashan, our corporate com manager, he himself, before he joined Pandasoft, I won't say was, he is, because he's still popular. He is a
Celebrity.
songwriter. He's a celebrity. In fact, he's a songwriter, composer. He's a rapper. I know one of his song called Hatapok, which is in Malay. It reaches 60 million view. on YouTube.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so he was invited to join in as a YouTuber and so on and so forth. Then he found that there's so many restrictions in the contract. There are so many videos that you need to do, so many, so many views you need to reach and all that, in order to be qualified as that. And then a lot of the income, will you don't get the full income and so on and so forth. So with that in mind, we want to create something that is very easy for everyone to live stream. We want to have a platform going into stage 2 and 3. You want to have a platform where influencers, YouTubers, or you you can earn as much as you deserve.
Right.
Let's say, instead of like the big platforms, I don't want to name it, like they normally take about 50% of
Or
your
more.
earning, or
Yep.
more actually. um Ours should be, we are giving our users about 90% of what they are supposed to earn. The other
That's
10
that's amazing. And you
goes to
don't
the
even
viewers.
have to get rid of what you
Oh
currently
yeah,
have. It's like you're already making the same content, right? And then you're
absolutely.
just uploading the same content to another platform, which giving you another, angle to earn more, and have a different set of followership on that channel.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And so
mm-hmm.
yeah, you actually bring up a great point, boss Edward. That's
Mm.
yeah.
And at the same time, Prashant, boss Prashant, he himself is the ambassador to Mobile Legend in Malaysia. So because of that, he has a very good relationship with Mobile Legend, and we will be holding competition for.
Mhm.
Um, we'll start with a local one, then we go continue with a global competition under Mobile Legend. So
That is part of the announcement too. Oh no, what's happening
oops, I
here?
got too far.
Yeah, no, well, no, it's all good. It's we do have a partnership with Mobile Legends, you guys,
Yeah.
and we are going to be hosting an esports tournament by the end of this year, and this tournament is going to be so grand. We're gonna have at least a minimum of 100,000 gamers participating in this tournament, and everything will be transacted with our native token, the PTX. And so just imagine that's massive utilization of the token itself. And but yet alone, we've got a massive grand event that's going to be hosted on our very own app, the Panajo. So
Absolutely. And I don't want to mention it, the
now you
exact
can.
amount
I mean,
yet, but
we're
the
all
winner,
free
the
fall here.
winner, the winner will get something tremendous, a big, prize for the
How
winner.
big?
Well,
How big?
I'm not allowed to share that
no, no.
yet.
I was gonna say, are you telling me can I get a Tesla or Lamborghini or no?
Well, you can
Hey,
you,
well, when Lambo, all right?
but it'll be something great, really, really great. Yeah.
Yeah, because we know everybody in Malaysia is rich, right? So they're giving away Lambos for prizes.
Well, chances are we are giving out in PTX actually, and as you know, PTX, you can exchange it in at the moment with L Bank to USDT. Um, and we are coming up next with the next exchanger with Probit. I think Probit will be much more, well liked in the US, if I'm not mistaken.
Um, well, as far as that, probate just got restricted on the US, but
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
because I actually use probate, but
ah,
I mean, as long as you guys keep getting on exchanges, that's perfect. Literally,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
yeah. You have a few questions, or contact John. I'm very familiar with the exchanges. I've been in crypto for 5 years.
mm-hmm,
So I could more or less let you know what's allowed here. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
good option.
Yeah, I mean that will be our second one. Of course, more will come along the way.
Yeah, by the
So,
way, that wasn't an official announcement, but you guys heard it
ah,
here first. We let the cat out of the bag.
ouch! I need it all the time, huh, John?
Hey, just remember where'd you hear it from first, right?
Go on, go on. I better pass the mic back to you.
um, let's see. What else was I supposed to say? I'm just kind of going all over the place.
Um,
So
can
go
can
ahead.
I add, can I add one more?
Sure, sure.
So going forward on the phase three, we are going to have our marketplace attached together with our apps. So with marketplace, you can buy, sell a lot of things that you want, and this marketplace will be available in our all our apps, as well as we will actually come out with what we call a Pando store for buy and sell. Literally anything. You can start a business in the Panda store itself. You can,
This
sell
is big,
clothes.
especially for influencers, and
Mm,
yeah. So if I can elaborate on what Boss Ever was just saying, so on phase two, right, we're gonna have subscriptions, donations out of the whole 12 revenue models, right? On phase two, you'll have that, the subscriptions, donations, gifts, badges, advertisements, and we'll be rolling out the tournaments, esport tournaments, and then on phase three, we will have the marketplace, sponsorships, VIP status, and in-house purchases, merchandise, and predictions. So, so that will be in phase three.
yep. So go ahead. If you have any question, go ahead.
Oh no, no, no. That I was just thinking about what I was asking earlier. So the subscription, you mean subscribers, correct? So now my question to you is
Mm-hmm.
it gonna be like a monthly subscription, meaning as payment, or is it gonna be totally free? Well, and not totally free, but you get what I'm saying.
Okay. Following is free. Following is free, but subscription there is a charge in PTX. And for the influencers, you get most of what the person is paying anyway. So
Oh,
it will be
I understand.
charge monthly kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to make sure, for example, because I do understand 90% goes to the content creator.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that 10% is going to the owners, I'm guessing, or the
Oh,
project.
The project.
actually, our model in the sense that we have a lot of return to our users and so on and so forth, and we also have, if I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Ramatron and Metatron part, they also get ah okay, so they have profit sharing and all that. So all these the revenue model we need to integrate all that together so that everybody earns. Even the viewer, what we are creating is that when they view the advertisement, they can also get paid in PTX. So in that sense, that everybody can earn.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, just like what we've been preaching all along, right? I mean, the Ramatron, it does the way it does its job is it delivers the stream. And then we talked about our platform, right, which we're beginning to roll out. And then as we evolve, from that rollout, and once we have more viewers, more content creators, and subscribers, then we'll get more advertisements. And so, just to put things in perspective for those node holders, right, as we generate the profits, the advertisements, and basically everything that's coming in terms of revenue within the ecosystem, right? For those that have entitlement for global profit sharing, the GPS, for the Ramatron node holders, you get 10% allocation for whatever it is that's being generated, and that gets distributed amongst all the node holders. And so that's already an extra bonus of what you're already earning from your staking, and also from your proof of engagement, which is something that's going to be launching. Will that be available after this Friday? Also, Boss Edward. proof of
It's
engagement,
supposed to be. It's supposed
right?
to be. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, because
We,
when the apps rolled out, then then we're gonna be people are gonna be uploading videos and streaming, right? And so the Ramatron nodes will be performing and engaging in work, and so your node it will be once it delivers work, you're gonna start earning that second model of income earning besides your
Mhm.
weekly stake. Which, by the way, our staking is pretty robust too. It's not like high pie in the sky risky return. We're talking about like stable and predictable return. It's basically fixated, right? Because if you are doing simple staking, you're earning your 2.5% per week, right? That's your passive income right there. That's a 100% APY. But for those that are actually compounding every single week, that's an automated fix of 300% APY. And so it's predictable, right? So you've got that aspect. Then you got the proof of engagement. After we roll out the application because everybody's going to be streaming, and then once we have more ad revenues coming in, then the Ramatron nodes and the Metatron nodes, they'll get to earn their 10% and their 20% global profit share. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to
And
throw that in there just to
and
kind of put things in perspective because we've been talking about GPS. What the heck is this? So I wanted to lay out the framework of how valuable this thing is because I mean, yeah, you hear us talk about it a lot, but nobody really knows the true potential of it once we
let
go
me elaborate just a little
massive.
bit about GPS. You see,
Sure.
most of the big companies out there doesn't share their profit with you, especially when they reach billions and all that, they go public listing and so on. It's nothing to do with us. Whether you're a content creator, you're users like me, we have been using Facebook, YouTube all the time, but they don't pay me for it. They don't share anything with me. But for our pioneers, we want all of you guys to be part of it when it comes to the profit. So you may not think that is a big deal, it's just 10%, no big deal, and so on. But let's say, don't I'm not going to use big figures. I just give example, huh? Don't sue me for that. So let's say we reach 10% of YouTube in 2 years time. All right. Let's say we have 10%, maybe about a billion, and a billion profit, 10% shared among us. Why not? Why not?
Yep.
And we not only have one apps, we're going to have five. Actually, we're going to have six, and more are coming in.
Yeah.
More and more are coming
Yeah.
in. So imagine all the apps will have relationship with us, all of us, along the way. The next 10 years, 20 years, every application. In fact,
Mm.
eventually we're going to start. There's another plan. Well, another cat in the back from the back. Okay, we're going to have our own exchanger as well, our own exchanger, and the part of it is that the profit from the exchanger of a, I don't know what is it called yet, maybe Pando exchanger or whatever, but the beauty of it is that the profit from the exchanger we get 10% as well.
Oh wow.
Imagine that.
I think, Boss Howard, I think you're fired.
I'm telling too much, is it?
You're giving away too much, man. Too
we're,
much.
we're,
But I'm loving
every
it.
major catalyst we have, we're just
Yeah, yeah.
hey, you guys. For those of you guys listening out there, you didn't hear anything, all right?
Oh, no, 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 no. That was just me snoring. No, no. So what I'm trying to say is that this is really meant to be a community project, and we, especially our pioneers, we really appreciate you guys, supporting us. Even 2 years ago when we just started, it's just a concept, and we already have like right now 180,000 rematrons. It's really amazing, and of course now we have more and more things coming out. You can actually touch and feel it. Yesterday I was on my way to a meeting, and something like, we call it Grab here, but it's like Uber driver was talking to me about crypto, and by the time I leave the car, he's already checking on L Bank on PTX. So
Mm.
it was really amazing to just to share, because it's a great thing. And the more community that joins in, the more everybody earns from it. And it's plenty to go around.
Yep. and we're just getting started.
We're just getting started. That is
Yeah.
absolutely correct.
I mean, although Boss Edward had just released, how many rabbits did he pull out already?
I have more
That's
actually.
just barely scratching the surface of what we have working behind the scenes, you guys. And so, if you guys haven't picked up, by the way, you guys, if I could just cover a little bit about the market, and one thing that I just want to point out, the way our ecosystem works, it's not really this project is not meant to be pumped and dumped, and because the way we were designed, it was designed to keep everything within the ecosystem, right? So we kind of have this mechanism to where it's volatility resistant, and because in order for you to activate your Ramatron, what do you have to do? You have to stake, right? That's how you power on the Ramatron, and then with every single thing else that's within that platform, right, is being transacted with PTX. And so just to kind of show you living proof of that, right? With everything that had happened within this last week, right? Especially with the whole Terra Luna debacle, um, you know, everybody else was highly affected. We're talking about, you know, double digits, triple digits negative. If
Mhm.
you go to L Bank right now and you take a look at our charts, we only went down from 11 to 12 cents down to 10 cents. So what is that? Roughly about 20%. So that's comparing it to that magnitude, that's just, you know, peanuts. And so that just kind of goes to show, right? That it's not meant to to do things like that. And although for those that are actually holding it, right, I mean, you'd be pretty happy by now because you're not fully upside down. I mean, it's just 10 cents from 12 cents. And so just imagine what we pick up from here, right? We would, as soon as we release our applications and make a few more announcements out there, and then we'll be getting more investors. We kind of control our own movement, right? And so I just wanted to point that out because I
Mhm.
thought that's
Mhm.
pretty important for investors out there that are looking into projects.
Mhm.
And we have
And
a lot
and
of.
just now, Boss John, you mentioned about compounding on the staking part. I myself, I'm a user. I'm a Rematron. So when we launch on the 15th of November, I actually staked 25,000 PTX on my Rematron on the laptop I'm using right now,
Mhm,
talking to you right now.
mhm.
So I've been restaking, and this week I have 40,000
See?
PTX,
You,
growing
you've
from
already that's
25,000.
already that's already you've already doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. I mean, I'm really happy as a user myself. So
Mhm.
when I look at it, it was like, oh, every week, imagine every week I'm earning about thousand PTX. And hypothetically speaking, when let's say it's $1
Mhm.
PTX, we are talking about 1,000 per week. That is a pretty handsome income for me.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, especially many investors, many holders in different countries. They value things differently. What
Mm-hmm.
may be small for one country is big, life changing income for some. And
Absolutely.
so that's we've got something great here, you guys. Is what we're trying to say, and we have we're a truly legitimate project because we have so much utilities that we're already offering from the very get-go. We've only launched in November. We've only gone live in November, but we've been working behind the scenes since 2018. So we're not really at the mercy of investors, because of the fact that we don't owe anybody anything. Everything, all the resources came internally, from
Yep.
the co-founders and the CEOs. They self-funded it. And so that's kind of the whole reason why they wanted to do that, so that they can kind of just don't have to what am I trying to say is we didn't have to go out there first to get money, right? We deliver the promise first before we started talking. and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and and that's unique in the space. um
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, I mean, we've we launched with the wallet, the Ramatron, the staking. Um, what else? And now we've got the global profit sharing. Now we've got applications. Now we've got other things that are also being produced behind the
Yep.
scenes. That's going to supplement what we already have.
Smart
And
contract is coming in,
yep,
NFT,
yep,
metaverse. Oh,
yep.
I think I'm giving all the rabbits out.
I think you just got fired twice.
Yeah, twice,
I,
double fired.
yeah, I think that's what he's doing on purpose now. So, but keep talking. I don't mind.
I think you just gave Wadi like how much, like you just giving him content here for like the next 3 months. You just break it down into bite-sized pieces, huh?
But trust me, all these that I just spoke will happen and more
Mm-hmm.
and more.
All
um,
right.
Edward, if I may ask, because I did look at the chart,
Hmm.
and yes, it's been pretty sustainable, which that's actually a great thing. And aside from content creating,
Hmm.
I also do a little bit of trading.
Mm.
So yeah, I know how the market goes and fluctuate and everything else.
Hmm.
But my question to you is this: if this is such a great project,
Hmm.
which it is, and I see it and I recognize this since day one, no questions asked. My question is, why aren't you guys screaming to the top of of your lungs about this project? Meaning, big marketing, um, putting it everywhere type of thing. Because I feel this project is way too good to just be kept, quiet in a type of sense.
You see, the again coming back to your question, it also relates to how our founders their mindset, because again and again and again, my boss Nava, boss Logan, they keep reminding us again that don't forget this is a community project. Don't forget you are part of the community. Us, all of us, all the staff are all part of it as well. So when we talk about community project, it's different. Like what Boss John mentioned, we could easily, in fact, just to share, 2 years ago when I first joined, after I heard about project, the first thing I shared with my friend in China, and they said, okay, do they need funding? I have 5 million to pump it. Then I spoke 5 million USD to pump it. I spoke to Boss Nava and said, no, we do not want any external funding because when the funders come in, they will want to have maximized profit. ROI. They will say, why do you give 10% to the community? Why do you give 20%? Why are you so generous? They will change the element of what we are trying to do here. So which is why, in fact, we have quite a number of offers since then, and all was turned down because we do not we are not looking for initial coin offering. We are not looking for big investors coming to invest in. No, I'm not talking about PTX. I'm talking about the HQ, our company itself, because the fundamental must be there is for the community. So, okay, coming back to this, you see, our country office, our country partners like Boss John, we are partners. We are literally partners. Okay, in fact, just to share from a business point of view, because my position is international business development. At one time, I literally suggested to Boss Nava, I said, it's easy for us to go to every country and open up office. He said, yes, it's not difficult for us to do that, but it defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. It becomes centralized. It's not decentralized. And it's not for the community. It's that we are controlling everything. We're controlling every office in every country. We want to have partners that literally have the same mindset like us and work together with us, like Boss John. Then we are working together if with another country. Like recently, I just came back from Thailand. We have our press conference there. Um, Next week, our bosses are going to India. There's going to be another press conference there as well. So we are doing it in a slightly low key fashion compared to big companies that throw out millions and millions into advertisement. It's not that we do not have the budget, but a lot of our budget are into development, In fact, a lot of our budget, a big piece of our budget, are into the next, all the next things. They are all running. So every single piece of the thing that I just mentioned costs money. So from the marketing point of view, that's why we want to make it in the way that the community are the one that thinks that it's good and they share with their friends. As this is part of it, of course, we're going to have press conference, we're going to have advertisement in a slightly not so aggressive way. I would say that. I'm not saying this is the right way or the wrong way or that. It's just that it's just in conjunction with my boss, the mindset. We want the community to genuinely like the project because um example on most of the other crypto project, they have the funding already, few millions, tens, 20, 50, 100 millions with them. With that, they can tell people how good it is, how good it is. But for us, it's the different. We have community first, people who join us first, be part of it, and they are the one that take ownership on the project, and you are part of it. Like you, me, we are all part of the project. So we will. This is my own business. I will be telling my brother and sisters. I'll be telling my neighbors. I'll tell my dog, if he understand. Example. So this is how we want to grow in a sense. Yeah, the term my boss always uses, he want the growth to be organic growth, to achieve a stability rather than like hype, up, down, up, down, up, down. We want a steady growth. Of course, you guys, we appreciate any ideas, opinion, anything. Share with us. If we can do it, we'll do it, to make it better for all of us.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could understand, what you're trying to say. You want to give the chance to the smaller investors first,
Mm-hmm.
because, once you start promoting big time, then that causes the whales to come in and manipulate the
Absolutely.
market as they want. All right.
Spot on, spot on, spot on. You caught what I meant, what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so all right, yeah, because I was thinking about that. I'm like, this is such a great project, and I mean, I've seen it since day one. You guys launched with utility already, which is something very good to do because a lot of projects is just a promise, is
Yeah.
that we're going to do, but later on along the line, at times, there's some
Mm-hmm.
projects that they don't even do anything. They just grab the money and go.
And the best thing is that I think this one is already now on our website, so it's not any secret. We are doing CSR along with the project. Okay, the CSR that we are doing is slightly different from others. CSR means corporate social responsibility, but we are changing it to call community social responsibility. So it's not corporate anymore, it's community social responsibility. We already have 7 to 8 projects already in our pipeline to help others. And I think next month, I mentioned to Boss John, we're going to have a symposium in one of the place in Malaysia, in Sarawak, Kuching. And the best part is that the local government want us to get involved in the CSR part of it to help people to to have to understand more about even just crypto, about the IT, about decentralization. So we are getting involved more and more, not just as what we thought it was. It's actually much more now. We're working with someone on ocean plastic recycling, which is amazing. It just blown my mind. And we are going to create some traceability program that will track all that, and we going to give income to the fishermen that struggle to catch fish. They, instead of catching fish, they are catching plastic in the ocean, that kind of thing. So there are more and more and more utilization coming in, which is crazy. And all these are brought not by us, are brought by community. They come to us and say, can we do this? Can we add this? Can we? And why not? as long as the it's not the one-sided profit thing. As long as it comes in, okay, of course business have profit, and that part is understood. So we want to share. We want to make sure it's good for everybody, good for the community, and so on and so forth. Of course, certain things we are not touching at all, but we, in general, as long as it's good for the community, we want it. We want it.
I think you're now up to 6 months worth of content, Wadi.
Yeah, thank
I think if Wadi can come to our symposium next month, you will have you'll blow your mind away. Trust me on that.
Well, there you go.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, so just to kind of give everybody an idea as far as where we at with our timeline, right? So we're currently with our testing, with the public beta launch, and then what we're gonna do on phase two is we're gonna have our tournament preparation, right, for the esports tournament, and then on phase three we're gonna have advertising, and then this will basically be towards the end of the year. So the tester release, like I said, it's this week for Android and iOS, and we're gonna have our public launch this coming Friday. So just to kind of set the expectations for those of you guys out there that are reaching this announcement. So
Hmm. And we haven't even mentioned our next app. Tutor X is
yeah,
ready.
we're already formulating relationships too. With and that's the other thing also, right? The interoperability aspect of it. Having the ability to work with other projects that are actually in need, and having some collaborations. So down the line, we're going to have many more collaborations with other blockchain projects because of the fact that we're revolutionizing the way streaming, and other projects are starting to recognize that, and they want to be able to you know do some licensing, especially with TutorX. We have a few projects that are already attracted to TutorX because they wanted to accomplish that, and since the platform is already in existence, they can just latch onto it, and we're more than happy to serve it. And so yeah, that's actually the next thing is TutorX, and after we stabilize with PandaJoe. So 5 applications, you guys, in the pipeline, and these are major apps.
6 if you include the Pando store.
No, excuse me, 6. So, so I
And
think we
then
fed you guys with a lot there, and just a second on the CSR program. If you are an active student, we're actually donating Ramatron units. So if you're a student, we'd love to gift you with the Ramatron. We'll get you activated, and then you can start receiving your passive income. And while the price is at 10 cents, you might as well just take advantage of that now because it's free
Mhm.
money. And then eventually price action is going to start going the other direction, and you can capitalize on that. So that could help you out with your school expenses, your books, or maybe your lunch money or whatnot. But at the same time, right, as far as the social aspect of things, teaching you or getting a sense and getting the experience of how money can work for you, right? Getting in a habit of saving long term, right? By doing recompound staking and stuff like that. And so that's kind of like the whole part of why we wanted to do it. And it's there, right? And we've been giving them out left and right, and we've got plenty left available, and we want to get it out there to you. And so if you are an active student, reach out to us. You can ping me at the on Telegram, and I'll be happy to set you up. The only requirement is just uh, your ID, the name of the university or school that you attend, and a phone number and an email. That's it. And then we'll set you up with the Ramatron. and show you how to stake it, and then you can start reaping the benefits from there. So I think we've had another person that just oh no disappeared. So and this goes for you, like this goes for your market too, Wadi. So if you know any students out there, we can set them up with the Ramatron, and no problem. So we just need those few things.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, and I'm gonna make sure I get a couple of students, even if I don't know them. I just hey, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the only requirement is they have to have the minimum requirement for their PC. It's got to have at least 2 to 4 gigs of RAM and 100 gigs of storage space. But other than that, I mean, you know, everything else is pretty much easy to meet requirements. So, um, all right, boss. Ever anything else you want to add on top of that?
I think I already let up a truck full of rabbits.
Yeah, and you guys, if you're listening, don't pay attention to what he just said. All right, just yeah, keep it to yourself. We,
but
we
but
will hunt you down.
on the other hand, is sometimes is the how should I say it? Ideas from the community that actually make us better and better. I just give you example. On my Brunei trip, I meet one of the country office, the IT expert. His name is Mustaqim. He's really really good in IT, and he literally sat down and spoke to me. And I definitely, well, after he spoke to you, I said I need Boss Logan to speak to you because he used to involve in a lot of navigation system, and he asked us, I mean, can we blockchain the navigation system? And the answer is yes, we could do that. And in fact, he will be coming out with a proposal to give us to say, can this be apps number 7 for for us? This is just example. I'm not saying this is coming out, but ideas from the community that say, can we do that? Can we do
I'm, I'm,
that?
I'm gonna I'm gonna reject you off stream right now, boss Edward, because there's too much information, too much classified information.
No. These are example. As I say, these are examples. So if you guys have ideas, great ideas, let's do it together. Why not? Mm.
Absolutely. And that's why we truly are a technology powered by the community, and
Mm-hmm.
we're very proud to stand behind that. So I think we've just said everything that we wanted to say,
And more.
and more, a lot more. We will have the public announcement on Friday. Do we have a time date for that, or is this? Do we have
Um,
something lined up publicly?
I'm waiting. We are waiting for the announcement
Okay.
from Parcom, so
Yeah.
it'll be coming pretty soon.
So yeah. So just stay tuned for the announcement, and so you guys out for those of you guys out there on Facebook, please hit the like button. And we have a growing amount of community on that platform, but we're also beginning to grow our YouTube channel. So if you could please hit the subscribe button and also like the video if you feel that we're delivering value to you, as I would expect that we are. But yeah, so we want to get the word out there and further our reach, basically. And so, Mr. Rodriguez, anything you'd like to add before we end the stream?
No, I mean, I want to say thank you for having me here again, Edward. It's a pleasure meeting you. And
Likewise.
man, the only thing I gotta say, guys, really look into this project. It's worth it. I love it. So yeah, don't miss out.
All right. Well,
Thank you
thank you
so
for
much.
thank you for joining us. So I think we'll end it here, you guys, and thank you everyone for stopping in, and we'll definitely Yeah, there's a lot more that we wanted to say in terms of other information, but I think we've fed you just about enough to make you full. So, all right, you guys, thank you again, and we shall see you on the next stream. Peace out.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.